Hi, my name is Daniel Alholm. I'm an attorney who specializes in representing people who have SIRVA, shoulder injury related to vaccine administration. A common question I get from people is whether or not they can file a workman's compensation claim and a claim in the vaccine injury compensation program. And the answer to that question is yes, you can file both, and you should file both. Workman's compensation and the vaccine injury compensation program are two very different programs that have two very different goals. Workman's compensation is designed to compensate people who have work-related injuries. And I would estimate that about 25% or more of my clients are actually people who were injured at work. Most of them are healthcare workers who were required to get a vaccination, usually the flu shot. And they got it as part of their employment. A lot of times they got it at their employer and they ended up getting injured. And since they were injured on the job, receiving a vaccine that was required as part of their employment, they're entitled to workman's compensation benefits and they should pursue them. And in fact, the vaccine court wants them to pursue them. The point of workman's compensation is to cover the monetary amounts that you're going to be losing due to your inability to work because of your injury. And that is more of a short-term, temporary thing that is designed, to work pretty quickly and to start getting people who are injured and can't work money so that they can continue to live and pay their bills and survive. The vaccine injury compensation program is different in that most of the reward that people get from the VICP, Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, is for pain and suffering. Workman's comp isn't really designed to reward people pain and suffering. It's more about lost wages. The VICP is about giving people money for what they've been through and their pain and suffering. The flip side, though, is that the VICP is a very lengthy process. You can't file a claim in the VICP until 6 months after you were even injured. And then once you file a claim, it's not uncommon for them to take several years before they're resolved. So if you are someone a nurse, a hospital administrator, even a doctor, and you are injured at work because you received a vaccination that was part of your employment, you are entitled to file a workman's compensation claim. You should file a workman's compensation claim, but you're also eligible to file a vaccine injury compensation program claim too. And your vaccine injury compensation program claim is going to be a little bit affected by the workman's comp claim because the VICP isn't going to pay any monies that the workman's comp paid. You're not going to get, as we call it in the legal industry, double dip. You're not going to be able to recover twice. So you're not going to be able to recover lost wages from both workman's comp and the VICP. But the VICP is going to award you a monetary amount for pain and suffering, and that's usually going to be a lot more significant financially than anything you're going to receive from a workman's comp case. So this is a very common issue. If you are afraid of filing a VICP claim because you have a workman's comp claim, or you're vice versa, you don't know if you should file a workman's comp claim because you might file a VICP claim, my advice to you unequivocally is that you should file both. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact me. You can visit my website, servainjury.com. You can email me, dan@servainjury.com. And if you would like any other questions on anything else related to vaccine injuries, once again, please feel free to contact me. If you do have SIRVA, I hope you feel better soon. Thanks.